Hello again, everyone. It's been a little while since my last video, but as you can see here, we have the new Lionel Polar Express passenger cars. These just came in within the last few weeks. Right here, I have the 20th anniversary coach car, the coach car, and the observation car with the new rounded platform and roof. So we'll get a good look at all three of these right now. Okay, so starting with this first car, this is the 20th anniversary coach car. As you can see in this car, there are people on the inside. They have the children from the movie, and it has the 20th anniversary logo that Lionel has done for the Polar Express on both ends of the car on both sides as well. And one of the major parts about this car that people are excited about is that they've moved the Polar Express lettering to be below the windows of the car, as opposed to having it above the windows like like all the old cars they did have it. And on most trains the lettering is above the windows, but in the Polar Express it's below. So it's good that they finally moved that below below the windows. And so as you can see, there is a lot of good detail on these cars. The doors do open and close. This one's a bit crooked, but still works. You can barely notice. This one opens as well. And like I said earlier, they have the little kids inside the cars with the lighted interiors. We can get a little bit closer here. You can see that. Got the lighted interiors with some kids in the cars. And actually, just so happens that I think all they did for the 20th anniversary car, which has, you know, that little symbol on there, is they just took a regular car. Sorry, I got a box in the way. A regular car and stamp the little symbols on the outside, because this is the exact same car basically with the same people in the same places, which is, you know, a little bit annoying, but you can't really look in it and tell. I'm not exactly looking to see whether they're all the same all the time when it's running around the tracks going quick. But again, this car has all the same detailing, the doors open and close, same lighting, all that stuff. And then finally, let me pull the train forward. We get to the new observation car. And this is the car that has been getting a lot of attention lately, all across YouTube and other social media platforms, because as you can see, the lettering on the car is above the windows, whereas on the others it was below. And in the catalog, Lionel did make a big deal about the lettering being below the windows. So I have heard rumors that Lionel's working to somehow find a way to fix this error. I've only heard rumors. I have no clue. Nothing's confirmed at all. I've heard things along the idea of just shipping new shells with the lettering below the cars. But again, I have no idea what Lionel's plans are right now. But either way, regardless of that, the car is still very nice. And the other main part of the car was that they had the new rounded end to the car. Let me pull the train forward just a little bit more. They've retooled or tooled up a new end to the car. So as you can see, it has the rounded, you know, windows and doors on there. It's got a ladder on the side, the Polar Express drum head on the end with you can get the light up there on the roof. And there are, you can see there, some little lights on the deck as well. And Billy is sitting there inside of the car. You might be able to see from here, right there, there's those lines right out there. That's some loose wires. They're just dangling a little too low. I'll probably open the car up eventually and try and fix those, because it's a little bit annoying. But again, you can't really see it once running too fast. And then, yeah, another thing, the car actually did come, you can see down here, this little box, there was a little coupler on the car. It's like a dummy oak scale coupler. I just took it off the second I got it out of the box, unscrewed it, put the screw back in so I wouldn't lose it, and left the coupler in the box just because I thought it looked cooler not having the coupler on the end. But another part, and the issue I've been hearing about on this car, is with the doors, which the other ones work fine, but on this car, doors are a bit loose. Aren't very attached, they're a little crooked. So I'm hoping Lionel has plans to make some changes to that or somehow fix that. This is kind of annoying when you pay $200 some for a train car to have some problems wrong with it. But like I said, hopefully that will get fixed. But again, like I also said, these cars are awesome. They look so cool behind the scale Berkshire, the Pole Express Berkshire that came in around October. And as you can see, I only have 3 of the cars. Lionel released 7 different cars, I believe. I definitely want to get more because just running the engine with 3 cars is a bit short of a train. So I would like to try and get probably the dining car and the combine car at the very least to add onto the train, make it at least a 5-car train. And then maybe I will get the baggage car and the abandoned toy car one day to add onto it as well. I also would like to get, I know they didn't release it in this catalog, but or they hopefully, I'm hoping Lionel could release it. But the hobo car, it's got the little hobo guy on the roof with his fire. I think that's just a cool car. I'd like to get that to add to the train too. Yeah, so over the next few months and years, I'll be on the lookout for the Pole Express cars. Preferably with the Pole Express written on the bottom of the car, like those first 2 are. But if the observation car is going to have it on the top, I don't know. But yeah, so we'll wrap up this video with these cars running around the layout. Actually, before I get the cars going around the layout, I wanted to do just a quick comparison to show you how these cars compare to the cars that are Lionel's semi-scale Madison passenger cars. These are from my other Pole Express set, my conventional one. You saw that set in my running all my Pole Expresses video I released, I think on New Year's Eve. I think that's two videos back now. But yeah, so it's just kind of showing the size difference in these 2 cars. As you can see, there's a pretty big difference between these. Now, the Baby Madison cars that Lionel has with their Pole Express sets, the like Lion Chief and Bluetooth sets today, have the snow-covered roofs. This is just such an old set that it doesn't have the snow-covered roofs on it. But still, a good representation of those cars. I don't think the tooling's changed at all, just the paint they've got on there. But yeah, clearly much smaller. These newer cars are 18 inches long, the exact same as Lionel's other 18-inch passenger cars, just with that observation car having the rounded platform on the end, which, again, is super cool and looks absolutely awesome, especially with that red light on the top that just kind of brings it all together. Both of them have that Pole Express drum head on the end, which looks actually very similar on both cars. And yeah, so that's just kind of a quick comparison between those cars and the new ones. Here are 2 of the passenger cars. I don't know if the newer semi-scale cars have interiors. I don't think they do. I think they just have the silhouettes like these do. They could have interiors, but that, if you're ever looking at one, that will be pretty obvious in the description of whatever the set is you're getting, though, and you'll be able to see what that is. But yeah, so now I'll get some shots of the Pole Express and his cars running around the layout to wrap this video up.
All aboard! Well, coming?
Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I was trying to experiment with some new shots of the train running around the layout and that whole kind of night scene when I had all the lights off. So let me know how that all looked. I think I mentioned this last video, but I have this new kind of tripod thing I'm using. Sometimes it's a bit shaky. Just let me know if you guys thought there were any issues with any of the camera work during that. But in my last video where I talked about adding on the extension to the layout over there, which if you haven't seen yet, go check that out, and everything else that has changed over the last little while. I did mention that in that video, I talked about how I got in a base 3, and I said I planned on doing a video on kind of how to use the base 3 in late January or early February. So it is now early February, and I will admit I have not even started that video yet because I'm still figuring out how to use the base 3. I've just figured out how to get to the lighting settings, which you may have noticed in this video. Those front classification lights on the Polar Express were white. I figured out how you could change them between green and white and off. So I had them as white just because, I mean, the real one. In the movie, there are no classification lights, so I thought, no classification lights, so I thought, I'd rather not have them off, so let's just make them white. But, totally a side note. That base 3 video, I'm gonna say, hopefully February, maybe early March, but no guarantees because I'm still trying to figure out how that all works. But I have figured out a lot more than I knew before, and I think I'm now at the point where I probably could start to explain it in a video or something. So that is probably the next video that will be coming out. Although, I did recently order a new set. I will wait to spoil what that is until the video comes out. That is supposed to be coming in like 3 days. So you could probably be expecting a video from me probably late February on that new set I will be getting. It is a passenger set, so I'm expanding my passenger set, and I will say it does include some Lionel 21-inch passenger cars, which would be the first that I have, and it includes a Legacy diesel, which is also going to be a first for me. So that's all coming soon. Like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or pieces of advice, please leave them down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.